Imagine an event where top medical professionals from around the globe came together to dream, share, seek, network, educate, explain cutting edge medical advancement and research. Imamia Medics International's annual CME Mehdi 2021 conference, Medicine, Equity in Health, Diversity and Inclusion. 29th till 31st October 2021, Atlanta, Georgia. Held at the stunning Evergreen Marriott Conference Resort, the global healthcare body's biggest gathering after the COVID disruptions. An inspiring meetup of highest caliber medical professionals, along with scientists, academics, entrepreneurs, pharmaceutical professionals, investors, religious scholars, young leaders, and community at large, men and women alike. The 3-day gathering fully observed CDC protocols and allowed peers to reconnect and rejoice after a year of isolated living.
Since the moment I have landed at the Mehdi conference in Atlanta, it has been an incredible experience because personally I have traveled out of New York for the first time in over a year and a half. And I can't tell you how happy I am that my first time was at the Mehdi conference because of the great excitement it has generated amongst not just the scientists and physicians who have gathered here together, but in the public at large that has come to attend the conference. There is a sense of accomplishment. There is a sense of true awakening.
These conferences are the hallmarks of IMI, and I always enjoy it. I think they should have more and more. They have once a year. I would say they should have at least twice a year, because we get a chance to meet our old friends, our old colleagues, and we learn so much. There are so many CME. I think we got, almost 50 hours of CME in the last weekend, and we haven't slept as much. But I think this is good. It will rejuvenate us and re-energize us. So the food was amazing, and we had met so many old people, old colleagues, old friends, and also new people. So it's a networking event as well. So we meet a lot of new people.
The conference saw over 500 local and international participants, with the opening speech given by the Director of Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, who endorsed IMI's global efforts in the fight against COVID-19 and helping the most vulnerable.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak to you, our public health and healthcare heroes, who have been on the front lines navigating the largest global public health crisis we have faced in a century. You, as members of IMI, stepped forward to serve as a medical authority on pandemic protocols for the Muslim community.
Noticeable chief guest and keynote speakers included Atlanta Congressman Hank Johnson, Georgia Senator Sheikh Rahman, motivational speaker Dr. Mejbeen Dhala, cancer specialist and literary lead Dr. Asra Raza, and Dr. Carlos Del Rio. IMI's General Body Meeting, brainstorming session and presentation with IMI memberships, stalwarts, and community leaders, honoring the loss of community members during the pandemic, and plaque distribution to the conference volunteers. It's a mind-boggling venture of modern technology.
The conference is different in a sense. This is more focused on modern technology and the direction where the health sector is going, and the presentations ranging from, especially from on artificial intelligence, those were mind-boggling, and those were so inspiring at a different level as well. And last but not the least, it is so heartening to see so many physicians, Muslim physicians, Shia physicians, who are doing work which is really at the edge of this modern technology, and the way they have inspired young doctors here. I think that's the real important thing, a real takeaway.
The reason why a religious scholar should be present at an academic conference is to reveal to the people that this IMI is the most Islamic service anybody can do for humanity. Because it is not just a medical conference, it has so many different aspects to it. You have an international wing, you have community services, you have social services, you have people creating wells for people who don't have water and all of these things. So it is very important for the religious scholar to be present in this conference to let the people know that this is the biggest responsibility that we can have.
A unique and stimulating conference experience.
This is one of the most stimulating, intellectually stimulating and exciting conference, and I think the organizers have done an absolutely phenomenal job. So I came from Canada, even though there are many restrictions, travel, you have to get this done, but I think it was really worth it. So, both people presented in different areas and different aspects. We learned so much about from COVID to cancer to brain and the psychological psychiatric disorders. You don't get to really get this kind of information anywhere else. So it was an absolute joy, and I think it was fantastic to be here and to meet friends and colleagues, share ideas and thoughts, and it is just as equally important. And then when you have this younger generation that you stimulate and you get inspired from them too. So I learned a great deal about cancer. I learned a great deal about, precision health or precision medicine.
The one thing that I want to say that was very unique about this conference was the level of discussions, the level of talks, and the intellectual level was so high that they can benefit significantly from this. And it is important to have all this in one place, and that's what we saw here. Whether it was the field of cardiology, which is my field, or cancer and in neurosciences, etc. It was amazing. There was an incredible amount of the discussion. And also they get to network with other people, get to meet new people, and future employment makes it easier for them.
And besides some serious stuff, the audience were treated with quality humor and literary activities.
I think the previous conference, all the IMI conference I attended, they had a great lectures, and the same thing here. And there's always a learning part and a community part and entertainment part. So I think all three parts were present in this conference, and I had great learning in terms of different modalities wise, medical lectures, and then I love Azra Baji's poetry, and definitely in the end entertainment with our stand-up comedian.
Headliner comedian Jeremy McLennan tickled the funny bones with his cracking jokes.
Because white people were on time for everything except civil rights.
While living legends Poet Iftikhar Arif and Mansur Bhopali mesmerized the audience with their captivating poetry. Concluding session depicted a phenomenal tribute to the world-famous mountaineer, late Ali Satpara, by Dr. Qasim Qasmi and team. And next, IMI's 2022 annual conference will be held in the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand. See you in New Zealand.